A few days ago, I came to church on a Monday. But on Sunday, before I left here, I called Nath. Many of you know Nath. I called him and I said, Nath, you know where they buy brushes and rollers for painting? And he said, yes. I said, please go and buy brush and go and buy rollers. And he bought them. I said, bring everything out. I said, bring out also the blue. And he brought them out. And I went into the office and I changed my shirt. Many of you noticed that almost all parts of the corridors are painted, are fresh. You would also notice that some part of the church, the blue paints, some of them were beginning to wear out, and you see patches of white. If you look around now, you hardly see those patches of white anywhere. We also painted it. It was the next day when I came out again that Ayor and Kempi now joined me. So principally, we painted the whole church. From top there, the gallery, down, and everything you see. You see, every of those places you see, we didn't hire someone to paint it. We had hired, the person took money, and because of the coronavirus, walked away. But I picked up the brush and I painted. The reason why I painted is because it's inside me. It's not a physique. It's not style. It's not big man. And frankly speaking, Paul said, if I may boast, let me boast about myself. Let me boast about certain things about me. In this town, I can afford to be a big man if I want to. Think about all the ministries. I can afford to boast as a big man. But the reason why I could pick brush to paint, even on this level, is because it's inside. It has nothing to do with the church. It has nothing to do with whether I'm born again or not. Because your attitude in church will be your attitude outside of church. Understand me? Many people work now because they pay them. But suppose you work and they don't pay you. One of the very extremely wealthy men that I know in Lagos, one of our friends, he had his master's degree. Didn't have a job. Walked into an oil servicing firm and applied to be a cleaner. Because, you see, I'm very offended that there's too much big manism in church. There's too much big manism. And it's because of motivational teaching that if you act it, you get it. If you act like a big man, you'll be a big man. They employed him in that office as a cleaner. He will come and clean office in Lekki. Clean office. Master's degree. Masters. He cleaned that office for 3 solid years. No complaint. None. Until there was a vacancy. They needed a country manager. Some of you who are versed with what country manager is in the oil service firm. When they want to post, like, they say, either in London from here, they call them country managers. One of the people whispered to the Oyibo man, the white man, and said, that cleaner, that man is actually a degree holder. In fact, he has a master's degree in petroleum. The white man said, will you stop that? Stop saying such nonsense. And they insisted. So he called him. He said, come. Did you go to school? He said, yes, sir, I did. What's your degree? He told him. Is it true you have masters? He said, yes. Without an interview, they posted him to London to become the manager of their office in London. So it's, you see, when you talk about workers and workers' mentality, because you see, let me tell you, I never for one day imagined I'll be a pastor. I will never have agreed to be a pastor. I hated Christians. I didn't like the church. More so Pentecostal churches. I didn't like it. But I knew how to serve. I've told Pastor, I've told you. I used to go to the man who is like the man who is like my father, you know, and my mom. I would leave law court. I would leave office, the law court, in my car, with my tie and everything. Get to her supermarket, remove my tie, put it in the car, remove and change my shirt. Go to her shop. I used to take stock for her. I used to enter the warehouse for her. I would rather do it, and my friends would laugh at me. But I'm the one who fed my friends. At the end of the day, they would depend on me. They depend on me for the law practice. Because I was a solicitor to 4 banks. 4. From ACB to Hallmark to Reliance. I was a solicitor to 4 solid banks. I had a cleaning outfit. I also had a printing company. I can tell you many other things. It's not about church. We're not teaching you these things for you to come and work in church. If you don't want to work in church, let me tell you. I told someone the other day, I said, listen, this is a part of my plan. Now I'll tell you, not minded, really. I was saying that when we travel, because I know robots now. There's a robot they sell for $1,500. $1,500 now. And I was saying that later I'm going to buy robots to do the cleaning in the church. Frankly, that's what I said. Because when people clean, someone said to me, met me on the road. He said, Pastor, I'm offended with you. And I said, what do you mean by offense? And I've shared, very personal, so that I'll hand over the microphone. What I'm telling you now, I'm telling you so that you know we're not trying to lobby you to work in church. If you don't want to work in church, you can go. You can just be a member. It doesn't matter. God will bless. God is blessing the church. Think about it. God is blessing the church. Is God not blessing the church? God is blessing the church. So whether you work or you don't work, God is going to bring people who would work diligently. And the guy said to me, I'm offended with you. Remember the guy who came to my house? He said, I'm offended with you. I said, why are you angry with me? He said, because you settle. He began to call them of people that you settle this person. You settle this person. You buy this one car. You buy this one car. You buy this one. He said, Pastor, settle me. I said, why must I settle you? He said, because I've been there wash your car. I said, so you were washing my car. So you were washing my car for me to settle you. Okay, did you wash the car up to 50 times? No. Did you wash it up to 40 times? No. Did you wash it up to 30 times? No. Did you wash it up to 20 times? He said, Pastor, whether I reach 20 or not, nah, but I walk. And I called Tito. Tito, where are you? And I said to Tito, okay, take him. He said, either I pay his rent for his shop or I buy him generator. I said, okay, Tito, take him to a place where he'll get a generator. This is what I found out with God. If you work for God, if you work for Him, don't look at man. Don't look at. That's why. I don't want people who work when I see them. I don't want that. It makes no sense to me. I have found one thing to be true. God pays. God pays. And it is not just God who pays. Let me tell you. The earth pays. Just in case you're not working in church or you're working outside. So you see, your attitude here is indicative of your attitude outside. Many of you are too proud to walk, too proud to serve, too proud. You won't sweep, you won't clean, you won't do anything. Come on. I'm not saying you should stop me from painting, because it's inside. What is inside is inside. You can't take it out. But understand what it is. Before I hand over the microphone, this is what I want you to know. He said, let us choose from amongst ourselves. That they said, so that we will give ourselves to the word and prayer. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because they were serving too. The reason why they said it was because the disciples, the apostles were serving too. But they knew they had entered a different season where they now need to leave that level of work and go to a higher work. Do you know why? Because they served Jesus, our master. All the disciples did was serve table, clean table, serve food, gather them, distribute them, buy. He sends them on errand, they run. They never spoke a word until Christ asked them, go and preach. Once, it was only once in the whole of the Bible. What am I saying? Before you're served, you must serve. Please get this right. Can I beg you? Let me beg you. Because I'm called to lead young people. And I found out that young people are becoming increasingly poor, except they do Yahoo. And I'm begging you. I'm begging you. And I'm not begging you to come and work in church. Please. I'm not asking you to come and serve in church. It's just that if people become poor and they are in this church, I will feel pain. Unless I care less. I do everything I do because I know God pays. And I expect my payment from him, not from any man. I'm begging you, imbibe the spirit of service. Anywhere you go, don't wait for them to promise you money before you serve. Don't be a big man. Never be a big man in this life. There is no point in being a big man in this life. Never be a big man. May the Lord keep you and preserve you in Jesus' name.